Hey y'all! So, I haven't been around since my last video, 2-3 weeks ago, and that's mostly because my life has been crazy. Since my last video, I finished up finals week, I graduated with my bachelor's degree, and I've been doing all of the tedious paperwork stuff for Montreal. Oh yeah, and to top it all off, I need to move out of my apartment by the end of the month. It has been a wild ride lately, and it's almost surreal to think that all of this is happening to me. It almost feels like it's not real or like I'm imagining it, and I keep having to remind myself that I am now a bachelor. Well, I guess for some people it's not that hard to be a bachelor, but it took me 4 years. It is crazy to think that what has been my life for the last 4 years is over, and I have to start anew in a whole new place, in a whole new country. And I am really excited for that, but it's also going to be something that I've never experienced before. So that's a little update on what's going on in my life, but it's not really what I want to make the whole video about. What I want to talk about is a little paradox that exists within me, or rather 2 modes that I go into when it comes to difficult and time-sensitive situations. Those 2 modes are the procrastinator and the overachiever. The procrastinator seems pretty self-explanatory, but it's not like I just refuse to do things I know I need to do. Sometimes it can be really difficult for me to force myself to do these sort of things. Often I'm really well aware that I have strict deadlines, and I am constantly aware that I need to do it. Like there's an alarm that's going off inside of my brain going beep, beep, you need to do the thing, you need to do the thing, or everything will burn. But sometimes I just keep thinking of other things to do while inside I'm panicking, even though I know that these things have due dates and they have consequences if I don't do them. I've come very close to not getting to do a lot of the amazing things in my life, all because it's really hard for me to follow deadlines. So that's no fun. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have the overachiever. The overachiever will make a list, and not only will she make a list, that list will be itemized and color-coded, and all of her paperwork will be in a folder that's alphabetized. She can send emails and do phone calls in her best adult voice, and she is the only reason that I haven't failed out of school and gotten to do stuff like grad school and study abroad. But there's a downside to her as well. One, I can't just summon her whenever I want to. She kind of just appears when a deadline is really close or when something dire is on the line. Number 2, being in overachiever mode is extremely exhausting. It's not my normal mode of operation, and it's incredibly tiring. It takes a lot of spoons for me to do overachiever mode. If you're not familiar with spoon theory, I'll put a link in the description below. And the final issue with overachiever mode is sometimes she wants to get all of the things done. She wants to accomplish every single thing on my to-do list. And sometimes that's not possible. Whether it's because I don't have the resources, or I'm waiting for a phone call or an email for someone to get back to me, or an office to open. And it puts me in this really anxious state where I'm just sitting there going, we need to do things! We need to do the things! And I know that logically, I cannot do the things, but I need to do the things. All of this is to say that overachiever has her perks, but I don't always want to be in overachiever mode. It has its setbacks as well. So right now, I'm just kind of trying to strike a balance between getting everything done and actually enjoying myself for once. You know, I have more free time than I would with my schoolwork, but sometimes it doesn't feel that way. I really want to find that balance, even if it's not always possible. If you have any tips for striking that sort of balance, leave it in the comments below, and let me know where you fall on the procrastinator overachiever spectrum. I'd really like to hear your thoughts. I don't know when I'm going to be available to do another video. Right now I'm at my parents' house. You might have notice this change of background, and that's because we're about to leave to go camping tomorrow morning. and so I won't really have access to a computer for the next week or so. And then after that, I will be moving out of my apartment. So it's hard to say when I'll have another opportunity, but I'll try to keep y'all updated and upload more often because I really do enjoy doing this. With that, I bid you adieu. Bye, y'all.